Chillingham Castle is unlike any other castle in Britain. This former fortress is a living, breathing family home, a unique space brimming with curiosities and treasures of generations past. In this castle we'll find a captivating blend of the macabre and the marvellous, and of course there are the infamous ghostly residents adding an extra layer of intrigue to your visit. Come along as we journey through this spine-tingling yet utterly fascinating historical gem in Northumberland. Good morning, memory seekers. Thanks for joining us again. The very dark clouds ahead of us can mean only one thing. It's going to be another wet start to the day. We are travelling from our base in pretty Embleton to the spooky but striking Chillingham Castle, just a 30-minute drive inland. En route and just a mile from the castle we pass through Chatton, which is a lovely looking village to drive through. We might have stopped if it hadn't been for the heavy rain. You enter the castle via the West Lodge and try and avoid the large potholes down the drive to the visitor car park. From here it's a 10-minute walk that leads you to the entrance of the spectacular and unusual castle. Whilst we walk, let's bring you up to speed on its historic past. Its origins can be traced back to the 12th century, not with knights and battles, but with monks and prayer. It is believed that the site was first occupied by a small monastic community. This early structure likely served as a place of worship and quiet contemplation, a far cry from the imposing fortress it would later become. The peaceful existence of the monks was disrupted in the late 13th century, with the Scottish wars raging across the borderlands. The strategic importance of Chillingham's location became apparent. In 1296, a devastating Scottish raid destroyed the original manor house. It was rebuilt, but this time with a focus on defence, consisting of a single tower and a curtain wall. King Henry III put the estate in the hands of the Grey family in 1246, and this started an 800-year ownership of the family through relations, bloodlines and marriage. Even in its early fortified form, the castle garnered attention from high places. In 1298, King Edward I himself stayed at the castle while en route to battle the legendary William Wallace. This visit highlighted its growing significance as a strategic outpost and a symbol of English power in the volatile border region. By the 14th century, during the frequent skirmishes, it was transformed into a formidable stronghold, and the Greys became the Earls of Tankerville. In 1344, King Edward III granted Sir Thomas Grey a license to crenellate, meaning to add battlements and further fortify the already sturdy castle, transforming it into a complete quadrangle structure. The walls in some sections reach an impressive thickness of 10 feet. Such formidable defences proved necessary in 1537. The castle faced another siege, this time not from the Scots but from the powerful Percy family based at Alnwick Castle, during the ill-fated Pilgrimage of Grace, a revolt against King Henry VIII and the English Reformation. The crowning of King James I in 1603 heralded a more peaceful coexistence between the two warring nations. The need for imposing defences diminished. The moat was filled and the renowned architect Inigo Jones redesigned the north and south facades. Long galleries, a banqueting hall and a library replaced the military architecture of the past. Charles Bennet, 2nd Baron Ossulston, inherited the Chillingham estate in 1701 from his friend and father-in-law, Ford Lord Grey. Charles had married Lady Mary Grey, the last heiress of the Greys. The Bennets would go on to take the title of Earls of Tankerville. In the 18th and 19th centuries, the castle was transformed into a romantic relic, its gardens beautifully landscaped by the ideas of Capability Brown and Sir Geoffrey Wyatville. The 20th century saw 2 world wars, and like so many other large stately homes in Britain, Chillingham fell into disrepair, and the Tankervilles abandoned the castle but retained ownership. World War II saw Chillingham requisitioned as an army barracks. The soldiers, desperate for warmth during harsh winters, stripped the castle of its decorative wood, fueling their fires with centuries-old craftsmanship. Post-war, the castle was left in a sorry state. The lead roof, pillaged for wartime needs, left the interior vulnerable to the elements, accelerating its decay. Its saviour was Sir Humphrey Wakefield, a man with a distinguished career revolving around antiques and historic restoration. His wife Catherine was a descendant of the Greys of Chillingham. He lobbied the 10th Earl of Tankerville to part with the castle and allow him to restore the family home to its former glory, which he agreed, and Sir Humphrey embarked on an extensive restoration project, transforming the castle into a comfortable residence whilst preserving its medieval character. After that history overload, let's check out the eclectic rooms, starting with a bang in the wonderful Great Hall. Built in the Elizabethan era, the Great Hall is characterised by its flagstone floor, tapestries, armour, weaponry, and the antlers of deer and wild cattle. These features transport visitors back to the grandeur of courtly days. The hall was specifically constructed for the royal visit of James VI of Scotland and has since hosted numerous royals and dignitaries. Both ends of the hall are the tower's outside walls, which were filled in to create new rooms and linking them. In the 19th century they were plastered white, and all the lovely medieval stonework was hidden. When Sir Humphrey restored the space, he was glad the plasterwork had rotted away, leaving the almost original decor. Take a closer look at the fireplaces. You might be surprised to learn that they conceal marble fireplaces that were deemed unsuitable for the room's aesthetic. During the filming of scenes from the movie Elizabeth, the marble was clearly masked with these fiberglass medieval replicas. Sir Humphrey developed a fondness for them, and they have become a distinctive feature of the room. As we wander through the rooms, what might appear as clutter is actually a treasure trove of objects that Sir Humphrey has accumulated over his years in antiques and historic restoration. We'll point out some highlights, but as you can appreciate, there is far too much to mention everything. Leaving the grandeur of the Great Hall, you ascend a set of winding narrow stairs that feel like a museum in their own right. Every nook and cranny is filled with an eclectic array of objects, making each step an exciting journey of discovery. You never know what fascinating treasures you might stumble upon next. Catch a glimpse of the castle's pink room, said to be haunted by the radiant boy. Legend has it that the cries of a child in pain echo through the passage at midnight, followed by the appearance of a young boy in blue. The discovery of a young boy's bones and blue cloth during renovations add to the chilling tale. Some believe he was silenced after discovering secrets about the Spanish Armada. The stairs lead you to a breathtaking roof garden outlook. From this vantage point, you're treated to a stunning panorama of the Cheviot Hills and the meticulously landscaped 19th century gardens designed in 1828 by the renowned royal gardener Sir Geoffrey Wyatville. I noticed this photo from possibly the early 20th century amongst the stairs clutter. The Edward I room is the oldest chamber in the castle. Dating back to the 13th century, this room showcases armour and weaponry from that era. Named after a visit from Edward I, the Hammer of the Scots, on his way to the Battle of Falkirk, where he captured William Wallace, Braveheart. This room holds many secrets and is believed to be the most haunted. During his stay, the dungeons filled with Scottish prisoners. Even more intriguing, over 120 Elizabethan documents were discovered hidden near a window during renovations. Some relate to the Spanish Armada, while others shed light on the succession of James VI of Scotland. We enter the King James I room, named after his visit in 1603. This elegant room, part of a 3-room suite built especially for the king, boasts a magnificent Elizabethan ceiling with gilded ribbing and finely moulded pendants, cleverly restored by Sir Humphrey. This is what it looked like when he arrived. The room is brilliantly furnished with remarkable copies of antique originals and adorned with patterned silk, originally crafted for Chatsworth House. Though not of major historical significance, the paintings and tapestries offer a glimpse into the Wakefield family, adding a personal touch to his royal space, where one can easily imagine the king relaxing in its splendour. The Plaque Room Library is the second suite, now showcasing captivating family mementos and furnishings. An exquisite carved stone chimney piece, crowned by an intricate 16th century plasterwork armorial plaque from the Grey family, commands attention. The walls display an array of beautiful paintings of the Chillingham wild cattle and photographs of notable visitors to the castle. We haven't yet mentioned the cattle, which predate the castle itself. They are a unique and ancient breed residing within the vast parklands of Chillingham Castle, and a separate attraction worth considering if you're interested. Originally a space where King James I and King Charles I would sleep and wash, this room with its royal latrine once located in the tower stairs has been transformed into a grand dining room. The space now showcases massive guns, portraits of Spanish conquistadors, saints and casts of white lions. This historic dining room has hosted many notable guests, including Prince Philip. The museum housed in the attic is a treasure trove of family history and eclectic collections. Every corner holds a surprise, from school uniforms and rocking horses to weaponry and teddy bears. You'll find all sorts of connections to the family's past, royal liveries, tools, clockworks and mementos from Everest expeditions and Bluebird racing cars, reflecting the family's diverse interests and accomplishments. With photographs, memorabilia from Sir Edward Wakefield's time as comptroller of the royal household, and countless other curiosities, there's always something interesting to discover in this fascinating attic museum. The chapel, once repurposed as a library, has been beautifully restored to its original function and now hosts Wakefield family services. Its peaceful atmosphere stands in stark contrast to the chilling dungeon below. Even the ghostwriter Lady Tankerville couldn't conjure spirits here, despite the discovery of 2 skeletons beneath the floorboards. The chapel offers much to admire, making it a place of both historical intrigue and serene worship. Before departing the castle, visitors encounter the Minstrel's Hall, home to the tea room. This medieval-style hall, complete with a minstrel's gallery which we're standing on, is adorned with spears, banners and tapestries, including a flag from King George V's royal yacht and a banner from the Battle of Omdurman. A striking prehistoric elk's head, boasting world record antlers, hangs on the wall alongside other animal trophies. Two grand fireplaces, one with the original fire irons, add a touch of warmth and create a romantic ambience for gatherings and banquets. Perfect place for the tea room. Whilst prisoner exchange was a common practice in historical conflicts, the torture chamber at Chillingham Castle serves as a stark reminder of a brutal past. This unsettling exhibit displays gruesome instruments of punishment, including a stretching rack, cages, a bed of nails, and a spiked chair, offering a glimpse into the dark side of medieval warfare. The castle's dungeons, once filled with Scottish prisoners during the First War of Scottish Independence, witnessed the horrific acts of torture by executioner John Sage, resulting in the deaths of thousands. The chilling remnants of this history include executioners' blocks and the Iron Maiden, serving as a poignant reminder of the cruelty and suffering endured within these walls. In stark contrast, we enter the elegant and tranquil gardens of the castle, designed by Sir Geoffrey Wyatville in 1828, offering a serene escape with neat hedges, rose bushes and hidden fountains. The grounds extend beyond the gardens, featuring woodland walks, lakes teeming with trout, and opportunities to spot deer and red squirrels. Whether exploring the formal gardens or venturing into the woodlands, visitors can immerse themselves in the natural beauty and tranquility of the castle grounds. The far wall was once a jousting grandstand and is 15 feet thick. Due to its dark and cruel past, the castle is unsurprisingly known for its paranormal activity. We touched on that earlier. Brave visitors can embark on ghost tours or even spend the night within the haunted walls. The King Edward I room, where children witness their parents' execution, invokes a chilling sense of fear and sadness. The ghost of the Radiant Boy haunts the Pink Room, while the Grey Lady roams the castle searching for her unfaithful husband. Parts of the grounds are equally eerie, with the lake rumoured to be cursed and the haunting presence of the hanging trees where prisoners met their grim fate. We've had a fascinating day at Chillingham, and we highly recommend visiting this unique and spooky castle. From the chilling halls and the corridors, our adventures continue. Next time, our Northumberland journey takes a turn towards the historic town of Alnwick. Founded as a market town in the 12th century, it served as a vital hub for trade and commerce in the region, and the charming streets today still retain many interesting reminders to uncover. Steeped in centuries of history and home to the Percy family for 700 years, Alnwick Castle will be one of our stops. Over the centuries, each inhabitant has put their individual stamp on the castle, and will explore the grounds to delve into its past. Along the way, there are many wonderful hidden gems to highlight, like the original Keep Calm and Carry On poster held in the Victorian Station bookshop, and the local hotel with an incredible maritime link to the Titanic. Don't delay, subscribe now so you don't miss anything in this episode. Join us again next time. Thanks for watching.